Good morning. We're going to make a video today, and this video will demonstrate how a user can download and install the 64-bit version of the VMware Horizon View client. This software can be used to view virtual machines. In order to demonstrate that the software works correctly, we will log into a machine at the Lehigh Virtual Public site. One or two preliminaries here. I'm actually running this from home on a machine at home, and we're going to first we'll take a look at where the code's coming from. You're going to be loading a Red Hat Package Manager RPM package, and the package was built by grabbing the software at the bottom of this web page, and it's from archive.canonical.com/ubuntu/pool/partner/v/VMware view-client. And so I downloaded this software and I got it running on a Red Hat system, and you certainly can do that too. The RPM is going to save you a little bit of work because it will resolve all the dependencies for you and make it much quicker to load. Okay. So that's that. The other thing is, since I'm running from home, in order for all of this to work, I have to be running the Lehigh VPN. So I'm going to go ahead and connect to the Lehigh VPN here. It's my first time connecting, so I have to type in this sslvpn.lehigh.edu. And then I'll put in my Lehigh ID and my Lehigh password. Okay. And you can see the little icon up here at the top, and that's the Lehigh VPN. Now I'm going to open a web browser, and I'm going to go to software.lehigh.edu. And let me spell software right here. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and log in with my Lehigh ID and password. Having some trouble typing this morning. There we go. Never remember password. Okay, the VMware software is listed here, and it starts with the letter V, so it's all the way down here at the bottom of the page. So we come down here to the VMware view, click on the little green check mark. You'll notice a statement here. We've created Lehigh CentOS 6 version. And that's what we're going to be looking at, and it's posted on the download below, so we'll click on the green download to get it for 32 and 64-bit versions of the OS. I can really only somewhat assure you that this will work with CentOS 6 versions. So I clicked on that big green box, and I'm running a 64-bit version here, so I'm going to click on the Linux 64-bit version and then click Agree and Download. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to save this, and the Firefox is not set up to ask where to save, so it's going to save it directly to the downloads directory for me. And we'll give it a second here as it downloads the file. Okay, file's downloaded, and we'll go ahead and put this browser in the background. I'm going to do a right click in the middle of the screen of the desktop there and click on Open Terminal, and I'm going to do a change directory into the downloads directory just to make sure it came down. And there's the VMware Horizon View client RPM that we're going to be installing. In order to install this, you either have to be in root or you have to have sudo access. I'm going to do a switch user to root, and I'm going to go to the spot where so I'm going to go to CD. I'm going to go to my home directory, and it's in the downloads directory under my home directory, and there's the RPM VMware Horizon View Client. So I'm going to use the Yellow Dog Update Managers yum install VM, and after I type the letters VM, in this case I can hit the tab key and that will autocomplete. You can type that whole thing out if you want to or need to. Okay, and then after I do that, I'm going to hit enter. And we'll watch this for a minute. I'm probably going to put this into pause mode in a second because it takes a little bit of time to run. It's going out and doing the yum setup stuff. It's looking, getting all the dependencies, and it's asking me if this is okay to start downloading, and I'm going to hit yes, and I'll hit enter. And this will take a minute to download. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video, and then we'll come back after it's finished downloading everything and running through the install process. Okay, I'm actually coming back here and to the video, and you can see it's finishing up. It's done the installs, it's doing some cleanup and making sure that everything loaded correctly. It's going to run through and verify the 74 packages it loaded. And as you can see, it's with all those dependencies, it's a little bit easier to use the RPM than to go through and manually figure out the dependencies. Okay, now we're done. We loaded the package, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually exit out of the terminal and start again. What you would do if you log in and you want to run the VMware Horizon View client in order to connect to the Lehigh Virtual Public Site, you would log in, and then you can do a right click in the middle of your screen, or if you have another way of opening the terminal that you're more comfortable with, go ahead. So we're going to open in terminal, and in order to start the VMware View package, we'll type VMware View, and it brings up this nice screen right here, and didn't mean to do that. There we go. And then in order to get to the Lehigh Virtual Public Site, you type in virtual site.cc.lehigh.edu, and if you see this screen here where it says connect to server, you have to click that little connect button down there to get to this. And then after you click that connect button, if you see this little screen, that tells you that you have connected to the server. So you go ahead and type in your Lehigh ID and password. And after you successfully type in your Lehigh ID and password, it will show you the virtual public sites that you have access to. It's possible you may have more than one icon here. 99% of the folks here at Lehigh at the moment have access only to the virtual public site. There may be some other folks that will have access to another icon or two if the university has set up virtual public sites for your group or department. So we have this one here for the Lehigh University Virtual Public Site, and I'm going to double click on that icon. Okay, now I'm getting this little welcome screen. That's a good sign. That tells me that I'm probably being connected now to the Lehigh Windows 7 on the virtual public site. When this connects, it will bring me up with a full-blown version of Windows 7 that I can edit and do things on. There's a lot of software here. If I come up here to All Programs, you're going to see that you're going to have Microsoft Office, and there's a couple different web browsers. You'll notice that you have MATLAB, and you have Maple, and you have LabVIEW. That's this National Instruments thing here. And there's a couple of other programs that you can use to get in and do stuff. Now, one of the things to keep in mind if you're running on the virtual public site is you want to save your data on the H drive, because when you log off this virtual public site, which is running in memory, it will disappear, and anything you save on the C drive disappears too. So save all of your work and all of your data on your H drive or another network drive. Okay, that's all it takes to load the VMware view. We're going to go ahead the process of getting out. To leave the virtual public site, always log off. And I recommend when you leave the VMware Horizon View client, click on the file and gracefully disconnect from the server. Okay, and then once you've done that, you can click on File, Quit, and that's all there is to loading and running the VMware View client, and then connecting to the Lehigh Virtual Public Site. I hope this was informational, and thanks for listening.